Hi guys, it's Matt here from the Forex Coach. It's Friday the 5th of January and there was no video yesterday. I started recording, I got about 40 seconds in and went through a trade entry that we took on Euro Pound, and the trade just went into drawdown and has since been sort of recovering. So now the original stop, we did move it up slightly because I saw on the daily chart there was potential for it to come up and go through this 50 period moving average, and the original stop was literally just above that average. So just wanted to make sure we weren't going to get nicked out on that, so I just gave it a bit of breathing space, and looking at it now we could probably bring the stop loss back down. But the main trade was taken on the I think it was a pattern on the 1 hour chart. It was here, so we'd had this strong closed bar down, it pushed back up, and we got in this entry here. At the time this price envelope was curving around, it had made a lower low in comparison to this one here, and it had made a lower high at that point. However, it did push up and it broke through there. So as I say, we was in some drawdown, so I didn't obviously record because nothing was happening. You know, there was nothing for me to do other than just sit and wait. Now since then it's gone back into profit this morning, but I had some concerns because there's potential here for this to carry on pushing up and keep going higher, because on the 1 hour chart it kind of done what it needed to do, so I'd kind of run out of momentum. And I mean, even now that is still the case, it could now still do that. So you know, we've got, you can see there by my arrow, we're oversold there on the 30-minute charts and stuff. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not particularly happy with the trade, and it was a double entry position for me, not for the people I posted it out to. But I think just to be safe, bearing in mind that I've been sitting in it so long, I'm going to look to either get out the full position or exit at least half of the position over the course of the next 15-20 minutes, if we can get this just to come down a little bit more, because it may be that it just wants to come down, take out these lows and then turn around and push back higher, as I say, because I've been in it so long and it's gone nowhere. The overall pattern has been lost. So for me, this is more of a damage limitation trade now. I mean, it looks okay on the 4 hours chart. It looks like it could start to come off, but that's not what the entry was based on. And you've got to be careful, because you can get into the habit of going, oh well, okay, I took the trade on the 1 hour chart, but it doesn't look good on that now, but it looks good on the 4 hour chart now, so I'm going to change my decision based on that. And that isn't really the way to be trading. If you took a trade on the 1 hour chart and the entry was based on there, yes, have your high time frame analysis to make the decision on the trade and help manage it, but you shouldn't then be going, oh well, it looks naff now on the 1 hour chart, but I'm going to stick with it because of the 4 hour chart. For me, if I took the trade on the 4 hour chart, then it would be a matter of saying, yeah, okay, that's fine, then the trade was taken on the 4 hour chart, so I can use that chart for my analysis. But for me, it's not going to be a reason to stay in it just based on it looking good on this 4 hour chart. I mean, it does look good. For it to come down and hit this 50 period moving average also ties in with his previous lows here. So as I say, I might keep half in as a result of that, but I do need to do some form of damage limitation now, bearing in mind that I've been sitting in this for so long. It was a drawdown trade. So that's where I'm at, and I'll keep you updated. Okay, just back, and I've just been doing a few bits. So what I ended up doing was closing out the extra position that I had in there, and also closing out the half of the first entry. So I got that almost at entry price. It was just slightly above. I was just sort of messaging it out to the Signal members, and getting that out to them so that they can obviously do the same. And I explained the reason why I'd done it was purely because I'm in recovery mode, as I've just said in the video, on this trade now after it being a drawdown trade. So I'm in recovery mode on this trade and looking to just damage limitation really. So what I've done is I've trailed the stop down. It's a bit above the highs. I just wanted to give it a bit of breathing room on this 4-hour chart here, and just tweak the target price slightly for if this 50-period moving average just pushes up. And I'm just going to probably leave this second half now and see what happens with it. If I do get stopped out now, it's a very small loss, so it's a very small loss on this trade. Now I've trailed the stop loss down, so I'm not too worried, considering that it was in quite some significant drawdown, this trade, and really it's kind of a trade that you know, that you get from time to time where your entry's not good, or it's not correct, or it's the wrong timing, and you need to do one of two things. You either, you know, cut the trade and take the loss, or you try and manage it and recover it, but you've got to be very careful when you're doing so that you don't end up incurring more and more losses, and you know, stick to your trading plan, so to speak. So this is my trading plan, this is my method of what I do if I have a trade that's in drawdown. My strategy is to try and get out of that trade flat effectively, and that either means by leaving it and waiting for it to come back if it hasn't been stopped out, or another method is I am allowed, according to my trading plan, and as long as it's within my risk management, to do something called averaging in, where I can put in another entry. Say for example in this trade we took the entry up here. If I was confident with my analysis and my stop loss was out the way and it started to push higher, I could have put in an additional entry up here, additional short, and then moved my target price for the two entries to, you know, the mid-level, which would have been about here, and potentially would have been out of that trade, you know, at break even yesterday afternoon. Now you've got to be careful with that, because what people tend to do with that strategy is they start using it all the time. They start using it for everything, rather than being strict with it and saying, well, I'm only going to allow to average in by having one additional entry. What you find is people they might have gone in short here and gone, oh, I'm going to average in here, and then I'm going to put another one in there, and then it just keeps going higher. And what you find is people just effectively scale into a losing trade and end up wiping out their accounts. So if that's something you have done or experienced, just be careful. It's very risky. You need to be very strict with it. And as I say, that's the advantages of having some form of trading plan or some sort of rules behind how you trade. Now, it's good to write these down, whether it's in a Word document or there's some online tools. But what you find is that once you've been doing it a while, you just kind of know what your trading plan is. So what I say is my trading plan is in my head, to be honest. They're all the rules in my head. I don't write them down anywhere. They're all the strategies are documented to a certain extent, but the rules around what I can do and can't do are all in my head. Because, you know, in this situation, it's not realistic for me to then be flicking through a journal and trying to find, you know, what I'm going to do in this circumstance. But it's just an example of what you can do, and it's a good video really, because it's an example of a losing trade. I mean, the free signal that I've done has actually had something like an 85% win rate. Now that's higher than average, obviously, because I do cherry pick the trades for the free signal. So it's not going to be the most profitable of signals, because you're not getting a huge amount of signals. It's averaging maybe one a day, but I am cherry picking the signals to be good ones, hence why the win rate is so high, 84%. So usually I'd aim for around 70%, and I know there are strategies out there that can be profitable with a 30% win rate. It all depends on, you know, reward to risk and stuff. But my style of trading and my mentality, so we're going on to the psychology of trading a bit here in this video, is that it's very important to know your own mentality and know your own psychology. If you're the type of person that can sit and wait and be patient, then, you know, you'll be good at swing trading, and you'll also be good at holding on to trades for a long period of time. If you're the mentality where you want everything now and you want to win quickly and stuff like that, then you're probably more suited to shorter term trading, and you're realistically not going to be holding trades for long term, etc. So if you scenario A, where you're patient and you can sit back, then you can probably operate a trading system with a low win rate, however a very high reward to risk, which predominantly would probably be more swing style trading. If your personality B, where maybe you're the type of person that's happy to take risks and stuff like that, and then you're probably more suited to the short-term trading, and you're probably someone who likes to win, which is sort of my mentality, and that's why I am more suited to shorter-term trading and a high win rate. So I like to have a high win rate. I don't like to have streaks of losers. And you've got to bear in mind that even with a 70-80% win rate, you could have 3, 4, 5 losers in a row. Now, if you had a 30% win rate, think how many losers in a row you could actually have over a period of time. You could easily have probably 10 losing trades in a row. Now, a lot of people in that scenario, after the 10 losing trades in a row, are going to be thinking it's not working, the system doesn't work, and going to chop and change and move. So if you're not the right personality for that style of trading, then you need to change. So probably rambled on a bit there, but I think it's quite a good lesson to think about, and a lesson to learn and consider when you're sorting out what type of trading you're doing. Now, I do swing trading, but with my swing trading, I tend to have my trades, rather than being managed by me, I have them managed by something called EAs, or expert advisors, or trading bots, trading algorithms, and they will manage the take profits and stuff like that for me, which for someone who is personality number B, then that's perfect for them, because then that kind of overcomes all their demons that they may have with regards to swing trading. I hope that helps. So I'll keep the video open, because hopefully we get a trade this afternoon, and we've also got to see how this second half of this euro pound goes. So I'll just go back to the 5-minute chart on it, and yeah, it's got potential to come down a bit here, but as I say, it can then turn around and push back up. So we'll keep our eye on it and see how it goes. Okay, just back, and I've just taken another trade, and took a short on pound yen. So effectively, it's going to hedge this euro as well. But I just think that's got potential to come down. It's had a really good run on the 1 hour chart. We've still not come down to the 21 period moving average on the 1 hour chart. It's shown some sort of topping action. Now, there is potential for this to break this high and to break the high over here. And as a result of that, I've have to put in a big stop loss, just in case it wants to push past these highs, take out any stops that are above those before just having this pullback. And now, if it does do that, then there might be the potential for getting in an extra unit in short, so an extra lot in short, if it does do that move. But for now, it's got the potential to roll over here if it doesn't push up and break through those highs. So we'll wait and see. Hi guys, just back, and I took a little extra on the pound yen, so I'm just going to close that out now. That's pretty much at target. I just put a okay, yeah, I've just closed that out, and that little add in, I just took an add in up there on the pound yen. It looked good for it, so I was happy with the overall analysis, so I just took that and just closed out there. So we're coming back to sort of entry point now on the original trade. Now I've actually got a gold trade, which I'm just going to close out of there. These aren't trades that I've messaged out, to be honest, because they were higher risk style trades. My platform's gone a bit glitchy, to be honest, but I just missed out on the gold then. I went to exit down here, and it went a bit glitchy on me, blipped up to there, and I think my exit was up here somewhere, and then it shot back down. So I messed up a little bit there. Just lost about 100. Well, I didn't lose, but I closed out about £150 profit on the gold short, and that could have been about £300. But yeah, it was a bit unfortunate, really. I don't know what's going on with this platform. I think with this extra volatility, I've got so many charts open, it's kind of maxing it out, and it's a struggle with MT4 because it only uses a single core of your processor, hence why I like to use MT5 mainly now. But on MT4, it only uses a single unit of your processor, and therefore when you've got loads of indicators and stuff on your charts, plus you've got quite a few charts open, as you can see on my platform, I've got quite a few charts open. Unfortunately, it causes it to get a bit glitchy. But anyway, so we've closed out some profits anyway. But yeah, so the trade of the day now, we are out of the euro pound. So these are the trades I've sent out to the trading signal. So we're out of the euro pound, and I'll just get that up now and we can have a look. To be honest, it's broken down some more. I think the exit was around here somewhere. It looked like it had the potential to turn back up. I kind of went off the trade a little bit because of the fact that we've been in it so long, so it's more of a damage limitation trade. It has broken down since, but either way, it was a small profitable trade anyway. So that's all out of the euro pound short, and we've now just got this pound yen short, which was in drawdown. It's now just coming down to sort of entry level, so I'll look for this to break down. I may move the target price up to this 200 period moving average here, if we can get down there and try and get out of it then. It's been a good week, an excellent week trading. I've got a few accounts, and I've got two main accounts that are up about 20% this week, so very pleased with trading this week. So we'll wait and see how this plays out now, this pound yen short. Okay, now back, and we're still sitting in this pound yen trade. I'm waiting for it to come off. It started to come down, and I actually took another entry on here, just get another positioning on this, because I still like this for some mean reversion, and you know, it's kind of got some topping pattern over here, some divergences on different time frames and stuff like that. So but it's holding up. It's holding up well at the moment, but I'm going to wrap the video up here, so you have to check for yourselves if you are watching the video to see what happened to the pound yen. There is the possibility that we're going to be sitting into this trade to the early part of next week, but it has been a good week. I've just checked, this is my profit for the week, so £965 on this account, which is 20% up. Not all of the trades have been sent out on the free signal, but you know, some of them have been extra ones that I've taken here and there. My other account is a similar sort of picture, to be honest, also about 20%. I'll just do a screenshot and drag it across for you to have a look at, because the markets have been really good. I've really enjoyed trading these markets. There's been some good volatility and some good moves going on. So that's the week on. This is the week on my other account. Just now pulling it over. I've just done a screenshot. So again, a similar sort of picture, over £1,000 up on that account. Some real good trade, done well off a Euro CAD short, which I'm still in part of the position on, as you can see there. So now this is the account that I'm going to be using for the additional paid for signals. So it's not officially launched yet. I've just sort of setting up the Telegram group and stuff like that still at the moment. And anyone who has paid, they're not being charged at the moment until I actually go live and push the green button and you start getting these trades out to your Telegram group. Then you're not being charged. You're just kind of rolling over your subscription, so to speak. But there's just a couple of things I need to tweak in that with regards to some of these strategies. I'm using some expert advisors and some algorithms and stuff like that to help me get entries and exits on some of these positions. So there's going to be trades throughout the whole day. So 24 hours a day there'll be trade alerts on this particular signal. So if you are overseas or the trading times that I tend to trade, the UK times don't kind of work for you, then this might be of interest. But yeah, so a really good week. My scalping account, that's up about 2% this week. That's on another computer, but I'm not going to pull that over and show you that now. But I've just been setting up the MyFX book links for all of these accounts. I'm just waiting for 2 of them to be verified, and then I'll post those out so you can sort of track them and follow the progress and stuff like that. So I'm wrapping the video up. Long video today, but we've had some good stuff going on, so it's been interesting to do all this. So hope you've had a good week's trading, and you'll hear from me next week. Bye for now.